Welcome back to in today's video. I'm going to be playing City Skylines. In today's video, we're going to be adding on some services and also getting this train line all set up. So this will be our freight line. I want to keep the passenger and freight line separate. Although this might have like a station or two along the line for passenger service, but it won't be many, if any. Because I want to keep all the passenger lines on that elevated line that goes straight into the city center, and then this one will stay towards the more industrial areas, and also going towards the outside city. But obviously, if you've ever seen any tracks from above, you'll notice that they're very lengthy and just they're very smooth and long, and their curves are very long, and so that's what I try to do here with large curves. And for the highway here where it meets up, I just wanted to make it to where the tracks would have most likely been there first, and so they would have just done the road around the tracks instead of having the tracks be redone. And also for trains, compared to cars, it isn't like a car where you can very easily do grades. Trains, it's quite hard to do a grade. Anything above a 2% grade, which is about, I believe, 1,000 feet, or no, 2,000 feet. You go down like 10 feet, I think, every 2,000 feet. That's like falling off a cliff for a train. Whereas a car, they can do that with ease. So, I just had the cars yield or go over the tracks just because it's easier and more realistic. And also because of how Florida, how it happened in terms of how people moved into it. The tracks would have most likely been there before the roads. At least the highways. It might have been smaller roads, but tracks would have been there before them. And I just put in this train station here just so we could alleviate some of the traffic coming into the city. And I did finish up the intersection from the last video, which I did finally figure out a design for it. And I don't really look at it much, but I just wanted to add that in. And then I come over here to get to work on our how would I say this? A multi like services area. So this will be for our sewage and trash. So we'll have them both in one big facility. And so this will be one of quite a few different facilities around the city, because this is going to be quite a huge city. So I'm going to first get to work on putting in a toll booth, just because this would be restricted and they want to keep just anyone out of here. And so they would just do that just to keep the people out of here. And then I just put in the eco-friendly water inlets just because less pollution, even though we are in a huge industrial area. And then I just put in these little industrial buildings just to give us like warehouses in here, because they would need them. And then I just made sure everything was connected with water and stuff. And then the warehouse came in, and then I brought our train line here to continue it on. And this would either end in a train station or would just continue around our peninsula here. And then I placed in the garbage disposal, or like the I don't know what it's called, but like essentially just burns the garbage. So I put that in. Then I put in a recycling plant, and then I also wanted to put in a just like a big garbage dump. And so that I put in, which just put a curve in the track just to allow us to fit that in. And with that curve there, I could then expand this a bit more, and so we could get more space to maximize it a bit more. And that's pretty much all I did. Put in a tutorial on that, and I also put in parking for the area, which they would have more parking, but because we have square parking lots, we're forced to do that. And I put in aprons later, so it looks all nice. And then continuing on with our garbage here, I put in a waste transfer facility just to give us our little warehouse in here, and I put in a recycling plant just for utility and just to give us some more stuff in here. And I put in those aprons I said before, and so I pretty much just made it to where everything from here to the train tracks were aprons, and so it's just all concrete and stuff like that. And so that was pretty much the final touches to this facility here. And then I got rid of the trees and the aprons, because obviously we wouldn't want that. So I got rid of that track there, but I ended up putting it back. And with that, I got rid of the different services around, checked on our train station, and I then put in a fence all around here after everything got connected up with services. Coming over to this big section that, with us expanding the road out, I just made this all industrial just to match the rest of the industrial buildings, and I just made it to where they matched up with the other ones too, with the same district. Checked on the train station again, and it's getting a ton of service with people. And then I expand the highway here, somewhat soon in terms of the highway's duration. I'm just going to merge it all into one big 6-lane avenue, and just have it go along the coastline. And then eventually wrap around and end out somewhere. I don't know entirely where yet, but that's what my plans are with the highway here. But it's just going to stay a highway for now, and I just continue to that. I added in our bus line, or I expanded it. I didn't add it in, it's been there, but just expanded it out to the newer area, and just to give more workers here. And because now there's a whole lot of people using it, I just added more buses, especially with the high congestion. Checked on some of our other lines, and then just because I wanted to finish off all the services for now, I put in a large water tower right in the middle of this intersection going into our city. With this water tower, connected all up with power, but that'll be it for the video. I do hope you enjoyed. If you have any, like, subscribe, and do see you next one. Bye!